Alrighty, 5 random questions. What's the strangest psychic experience you've had a part in? So, several times in my life, I've watched a movie or a TV show and knew exactly what was going to happen. I mean, like every move, every word they're going to say before it happened. It's like I had watched it before, but I hadn't watched it before. It's happened more than a few times, in fact, oddly enough. So that's probably the only real psychic experience. No, no. I used to know when I was a kid. I used to know when people died. I mean, the exact moment. That's I forgot that because it hasn't happened to me in decades. In like 20 years, it hasn't happened. So, but yeah, when I was younger, into my 20s, I used to know the exact moment that people I cared for died. I remember walking home from my friend's place, and I knew my uncle was dead. I just stopped dead. His name popped into my head, and I knew he was dead. I came home, I talked to my dad, and I said, Uncle, what's his name? I forget his name now, because I was like a kid. Anyways, I said, Uncle, what's his name's dead? And he's like, no, he's just in the hospital. Phone rings half an hour later. Guess what? He died about an hour before the phone call. So that exact time was when I got the signal that he was dead. So yeah, that's totally unexplainable. I have no idea what I knew this was going to happen and all that, but or that I knew it happened. I have no idea how, but you know. I also knew Mom was going to die in 3 days. 3 days before she was going to die. Um, I just knew that in 3 days she was going. Yippers. If there was a movie of your life, who would you want to play you? You know, I don't know any actors' names, none of them. So I don't know who I would want to play me. I just don't. Uh, yeah. Uh, God, who the heck would play me though? I can't even picture anyone as playing me. So, yeah, nobody alive, anyways. So, uh, skip that one, I guess. What was your favorite comfort toy slash animal as a child? Cuddles the bear. I had Cuddles for a long time. I think I was maybe 13 before I stuck it in a closet and forgot about it. I mean, I didn't sleep with it for years, but it was sitting beside my bed on the nightstand for, I don't know, 5, 6 years before I put it away. Before that, evidently, I had one that was blue, and it was named Bo. And I don't remember Bo at all, but I do remember a chicken on wheels. It was a plastic chicken on wheels with a string that you could pull behind you. I do remember that. That's my earliest memory. I really liked that thing too, evidently, so I was told many times. What's the strangest thing you have eaten? This is going to freak your ass out. A live baby water snake. That's right, it was about that long and it was alive. It was in a little bit of water in a glass and you just slurped it down and swallowed it. And it was one of the stupidest things I'd ever done in my life because it was a horrible experience. You could feel it all the way down, moving. And it was like, oh my, you know. I was drunk at the time, and there's no way I would have done it if I was sober. So, you know, Is there something people don't know about you? Probably not. Um, got hit by a bus. I think I've told that story. I got hit by a bus once when I was 6. Uh, it just clipped my foot actually with the tire, and I broke my ankle. And yeah, I was in the ER, of course. This woman that was driving behind the bus took me to the ER and whatnot. And they got a hold of Dad because for some reason, I couldn't think to get a hold of Mom, but and because she worked at the hospital, and I was at the hospital and all that. But they got a hold of Dad, and they told him I was okay and that I had broke my ankle and all that. So Dad phones up Mom, right, and says Dave's been hit by a bus. He's in the emergency ward. She drops the phone and goes running over to the ER to find me. I remember her bursting through the door, just hysterical. Yeah. Oh, should have led with, he's okay, but. Uh-huh. That's it, that's all. Have a fabtacular time and keep smiling.